Hoobledoop, tiddly peeps. I'm Hubba Hubba, talking to you from Hoobland. And I'm about to send 4 of my favourite Hoobs down to Earth to find out all about you for my great Hoobopedia. Here they come! You know who the Hoobs are?
Iver!
And Tula!
We're Hoobs!
And they're ready to go. Now the wheels are turning, we can all get learning all the things we want to know.
Hey!
Hubba Hubbas in Hoobland and Roma somewhere far away. The motorettes are singing,
We keep the engine spinning.
hoop hoop hooray! The Hoobopede is coming your way.
Way!
The Hoobs are here, so what do you say? Hoobs!
That's you, Groove, standing by the Hooby High-Up in Auntie Hattie Hoob's garden.
That's just a picture of my poor Tula. That's a poor picture.
Have either of you two thought up a question for Hoob News?
Oh, and there's Auntie Hattie Hoob swinging from her Hooby hanger. But my camera slipped a bit and I only got her legs.
Nice legs, though. I'd know those legs anywhere.
I don't want to rush you or anything.
Now this one's better.
Yeah, it's me and our Hooblebobber wearing my splash smack. Hooby galooby, what I wouldn't give for a good Hooblebob.
It's the most hooble-dooble-duper thing in the whole of Hoobland.
It is, but we must have a question for Hoob News.
I don't want a question, I want a Hooblebob.
But we don't have a Hooblebobber.
Now, let me think.
Groove, please.
What floats around on the water like a Hooblebobber?
Hubba, 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 hubba.
What floats around on the water like a Hooblebobber? What a hoobacious question! I can put the answer straight into my Hoobopedia. It's just the thing Hoobs need to know.
It's just the thing this Hoob needs to know. Way, we're going Hooblebobbing!
Steady, Groove. First, we need to find out about things that float.
You're quite right, Iver. I'll let Roma know that you're looking for something like a Hooblebobber. But first of all, let me see if I can find you some floating things on HoobNet. Let me see. Here are some floaters. There's a duck. They're always floating. Oh, there's some otters floating and eating. There's a tiddly-peep toy duck floating. And that's a big crocodile floating. With some birds floating and washing. Oh, and there's a seal floating. Hoobledoop. And there's some ducks floating off into the sunset.
Well, that's a start. All those things were floating.
Yes, but they weren't bright and colourful and squidgy like a Hooblebobber.
And they were floating by themselves and getting very wet.
Yes. Oh. That's not a bit like Hooblebobbing.
Hubba, 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 hubba.
That wasn't much help, was it? I tell you what, why don't you ask the tiddly peeps if they know what floats on the water like a Hooblebobber?
Hooby groovy idea, Hubba Hubba.
My turn, my turn.
OK, Tula, you go, I'll drive.
Let's wake up those motorettes.
Let's get this Hoobobill moving.
And I think I'm just going to stay here and print out a picture of me on the Hooblebobber.
Seatbelt.
Seatbelt. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps.
We're off to see the tiddly peeps. On the road we go. We're off to see the tiddly peeps. They're smart. They're fun.
They know.
The tiddly peeps help us find things out. They give us clues. They tell us news. That's what they're all about. The tiddly peeps, if we need to know who, what, where, why, when, and how, we'll ask them, off we go. Yee-hoo! We're off to see the tiddly peeps. On the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps. They're smart, they're fun, they know. And how they know it.
Hello, Tiddly Peeps.
Hello, Tula.
Do you want to do a Hoobie hello?
Yes! Hooblebobber, Hooblebobber, woo, woo, woo!
I'm trying to find things that float. Do you know anything that can float?
Yes, I can.
Really? What's your name?
Max.
And you can really float, Max?
Yes, it's easy when you know how to. I can float too.
What's your name?
Emily.
Hoobly groobly, Emily, you can float as well? Iver! Groove! Did you hear that? These Tiddly Peeps can float! Wow! Now all you have to do is tell me how you do that.
Well, you learn to float with one of these.
Oh, that looks hoobly groobly. How does it work?
Well, it's dead easy. You either put it under your tummy so you can float in the water, or you hold it out in front of you.
Hoobly groobly.
And then you learn to float all by yourself.
You can? Oh, I say, could I borrow one of your floats so I can practice with it?
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, under your tummy, you say?
Yes.
And lean forward. I'm not sure I've got the hang of this.
No problem. We show you. Watch this.
I can't wait to try these out. Don't think I like the water, though. Thank you so much, Tiddly Peeps. Must get back to the Hoobmobile. Hooble toodle doo!
Oh, the Tiddly Peep way of floating is almost as wet as the duck kind.
Oh, yes, but they are clever to be able to float with those floaty things.
Who wants to go?
Do you know, I think you need water to test this out.
Oh, and that means getting wet. Look, this is nothing like a Hooblebobber. Oh, this is too bad.
No, Groove, there's still time. Look, I'm sure we'll find something like a Hooblebobber.
Of course we will. I know. I'll make some Hooblebobbing splash max to keep us dry when we go Hooblebobbing. What colour would you like, Groove?
Blue, please.
Tula, we haven't got time for Splash Max. We've got to answer the question.
I'll make them all blue so we match. I'll just go get my making material.
No, Peeps must have something like Hooblebobbing.
Yes, but what?
What? What? What? What? What? What? What? What? What? What? Roma.
Oh, it's Roma. Maybe Sheila found something floaty.
Hoobs! Today I'm reporting from a beach where some peeps are about to surf. Surfing is a crazy thing that peeps just love to do.
What's surfing, Roma?
Well, the peeps have these big, long, floaty things called surfboards, painted in all sorts of bright colours.
Oh.
Then they ride out to sea, and once they're way out, the surfers wait for a big wave and ride back to the beach.
Hooby groovy.
And if you think that's strange, wait till you hear this. Every time they go surfing, the surfer peeps get absolutely soaking wet.
They get wet?
Oh, yes, they just love getting wet. This is Roma Hoob, off to teach surfer peeps how to Hooblebob. Now, where's my splash mac?
Oh! Did you see those surfer peeps? Imagine being a surfer Hoob.
Yeah.
I know. I'll invent Hoob surfing, and it will be better than Hooblebobbing. Ha-ha! Oh!
That's nothing like a Hooblebobber at all.
Oh, Groove, come on, cheer up. Look, I've nearly finished your Hooblebobbing splash mac.
Yeah.
Come on, let's try it for size.
Please hurry up. We're running out of time.
Oh, there must be a Hooblebobber somewhere.
But where?
Where?
There.
Oh, Tula, it's Hooble-Dooble-Dooper.
Hooble-doop, Hoobs.
Do you like my splash mac, Hubba Hubba?
Whoa, yes, Groove. Blue's my favourite colour for a splash mac.
Mine too.
Groove, we haven't got time for you to talk about your splash mac.
Okay.
We found some floaty things, Hubba Hubba, but they're not soft and squidgy.
And you can't get in them like you can a Hooblebobber.
Not to worry. I found a wonderful story sent in by a tiddly peep. It's all floaty. Take a look.
Once upon a time, there was a tiny furry caterpillar. His name was Bertie. He lived in a little cabbage patch next to a river. Every morning, he would climb up onto a cabbage leaf and munch away all day long. But poor Bertie was lonely. All his friends lived in the big cabbage patch. On the other side of the river, the cabbages were much juicier and much fatter. And all the caterpillars were much fatter too. One day, Bertie looked across the river and saw them all munching away merrily as usual. He sighed. "Ah, they're having such fun. Hey, Bertie, come on, munch with us! Come on, Bertie, come on! They called. The river was much too wide for him to cross. How would he ever get to the other side? A big, fat tear trickled down his face and fell into the water. Plop! Suddenly, he heard a noise. He looked down and saw a frog jumping from one lily pad to another. At once, Bertie had an idea. If a frog can float on a lily pad, then so can I. Bertie inched his way onto a lily pad. Then, using a twig for an oar, he paddled across the river. Come on, Bertie! You can do it! Come on, Bertie! Bertie, come on! Do it! At last, he reached the other side. Soon, he was munching on the juiciest cabbage leaf he'd ever seen. And from that day on, Bertie was never short of friends to play with.
Well, Bertie's lily pad was pretty like a Hooblebobber.
I wonder if a lily pad would work for a hoob.
Let's test one and see.
Test one, right. How?
How, 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 how.
Here's how. Have you found anything yet, Groove?
Yeah, a Hebel leaf.
Oh, herbaceous, right.
Yeah.
See if it floats.
All right. Yeah.
It floats! Oh, can I Hooblebob first? Can I?
Not yet, Tula. The Hebel leaf floats, but will it float with a hoob on top of it?
Oh, man, if it doesn't, then wet, wet, wet.
We need to find something the same weight as Tula to put on the Hebel leaf.
So, how heavy is Tula? Excuse me.
Oh.
Right then. What about this? Yeah, it's not heavy enough.
Let me try.
Oh, that was fun.
What about this Hoobo-Cacto spiker? No! Please don't! No, that's too heavy.
Let's try, a Hoobie boulder. Oh, yeah, this is about the same weight as Tula.
OK, put the Hooby boulder... Ooh, on the Hebel leaf. Oh, and, if it floats, then it's safe for Tula to Hooblebob on.
Right.
Oh, no.
This is too bad.
Well, OK, so a Hebel leaf doesn't float on the water like a Hooblebobber with a hoob on it.
And it isn't soft and squidgy and flowery.
In fact, it isn't like a Hooblebobber at all.
Hubba, hubba,
It's Hubba Hubba.
hubba.
I'll get it.
Oh, Hooble-doop, Iver!
Hooble-doop, Hubba Hubba.
Now, I've been on HoobNet looking for soft and squidgy flowery things, and guess what? I found one! I've no idea what Peeps use it for, but you might just be able to Hooblebob with it. Shall I send it to you?
Oh, yes, please, Hubba Hubba.
It's on its way!
Hubba Hubba is sending us a soft and squidgy flowery thing.
Oh, that's Hooby groovy. We'll be Hooblebobbing in no time.
When a hoob has had a long and tiring day, when a hoob is looking to cast his cares away,
When a hoob wants a little bit of leisure,
a little bit of quiet, and a little bit of pleasure, then there's one thing we turn to, which always does the job. We just climb in to our Hooblebobber and have a Hooblebob. We go bob, bob, bobbing on the water. There's nothing a hoob likes more. Bob, bob, bobbing on the water, heading far away from the shore.
Nothing beats a day of Hooblebobbing, an experience you never can forget.
with our new Splash Max, we'll lie back and relax.
Our Splash Max will stop us getting wet.
Oh, yes!
Yes, our Splash Max will stop us getting wet. Bob, bob, bobbing on the water. It's a hooble-dooble-dooper thing to do. Bob, bob, bobbing on the water. I'd love to have a Hooblebob with you. Yes, I'd love to have a Hooblebob with you.
Ah, here comes our soft and squidgy flowery thing.
I'll get it.
Ha ha! Hooble-dooble-dooper. Any minute now we'll be bob, bob, bobbing.
Well, it's nice and colourful like a Hooblebobber.
It's soft and squidgy like a Hooblebobber.
And it's flowery like a Hooblebobber. But does it float like a Hooblebobber?
Yes! But a hoob can't get into it.
No Hooblebobbing. Oh, help me out of my Mac, Tula.
Hubba, hubba, hubba.
Oh, it's Hubba Hubba. He'll know what to do.
I don't think we're ever going to go Hooblebobbing, Hubba Hubba.
Oh, come on, don't give up hope, Groove. There's still time for a trip to the Tiddly Peeps. If they can't find you anything like a Hooblebobber, then no one can.
You are so right, Hubba Hubba.
Oh, thank you, Tula.
I will go and see the Tiddly Peeps. Come on.
Oh,
We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps. On the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps. They're smart. They're fun.
They know.
The Tiddly Peeps, the Tiddly Peeps. If we need to know who, what, where, why, when, and how, we'll ask them. Off we go.
Oh.
We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps. On the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps. They're smart. They're fun. They know.
What are you doing tomorrow? Don't know.
Hooble-doop, Tiddly Peeps.
Hooble-doop, Tula.
You look as if you're going swimming.
We are.
What's that you're carrying?
It's a rubber ring. You put it on like this, and then you can float around in the water.
Well, hey!
Oh. That is so hoobly-groobly. I'm looking for floaty things. Oh, what are these?
Armbands.
They're lovely and soft and squidgy, aren't they? Do they help you float as well?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you something. We are looking for something like a Hooblebobber. Do you know what a Hooblebobber is?
No.
Well, it's a lovely, bright, colourful, soft floating thing that Hoobs like to use to float around on the water. Do you tiddly peeps have anything like that?
I think so.
You do?
What about this?
Oh, how hooby-groovy is that? Does it float?
Of course it does.
Are you getting this, Iver?
Yes.
It's soft, and it's squidgy, and it's bright, and you can get into it just like a Hooblebobber. What's it called?
A playboat.
A playboat! Iver, can you ask Hubba to order a playboat from Hoobnet?
Hey!
Thank you very much, tiddly peeps. I must get back now. Happy floating and hooble-doodle-doo!
It works, Tula! We found it! Something that floats on the water just like a Hooblebobber.
Can I try it now?
You can try it just as soon as we've done Hoob News. Come on, Groove. Come on.
Float, float, float your leaf gently in a puddle. Splish, splash, splish, splash, life is such a muddle. Hooblebob, Hooblebob, gently down the breeze. Giggly, 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 life is such a wheeze. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is such a dream.
Are you ready with your news, Hoobs? Ready to tell me what floats like a Hooblebobber for my Hoobapedia?
We're ready! Hooble-doob-whoop! To all you Hoobs out there, welcome to Hoob News, the new show for Hoobs everywhere. I'm Iver.
I'm Tula.
And I'm Groove.
And today we've been asking the question...
What floats around on the water like a Hooblebobber?
Well, first of all, we needed to find out what floated.
We found out that all sorts of birds and animals can float, but they're actually in the water.
Getting wet.
That's not Hooblebobbing.
And some tiddly peeps can float as well, using floaty things.
But that's not Hooblebobbing.
Then Roma told us that some peeps like to ride the water on surfboards.
And they always get wet.
That's not Hooblebobbing.
Then we had a story about a caterpillar who could float on a lily pad. So we tried that out with a Hebel leaf.
But a hoob would be too heavy to float on a Hebel leaf.
So we went back to the tiddly peeps one more time and discovered... a playboat! It's soft and squidgy.
And it floats, and a hoob can sit in it.
It's so like a Hooblebobber.
Hoop, hoop, hooray!
And it's thanks once again to Iver, Tula, Groove and Roma for giving Hoobs everywhere a little peep into the world of peeps. And remember, wherever you are, have a hooble-dooble-dooper day and hooble-toodle-doo!
Hooble-toodle-doo!
Right, who's for a Hooblebob?
Me first!
No, me first!
No, me first.
All the things we want to know. Hubba hubba's in Hoobland, and Roma somewhere far away. The motorettes are singing, we keep the engine spinning. Hoop hoop hooray! The Hooblebobbing is coming your way.
Oh!
Hey!